Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage. Today we're going to do another video on the 39 Mercury. So we're going to be working on doing some of the interior. Last time we did the suspension stuff, and now we're going to work on doing some of the interior. The interior on this car, we'll show you, is a little rough. We've been driving it for a handful of summers. Pick you up here. And it's probably the worst part of the car overall. As you can see, it's all stained. We definitely could never get rid of the mouse smell in the car, and we're pretty sure this headliner, you can see all the staining in the headliner, we're pretty sure that's mouse pee. Also, some of the problem in this car, you can see right in here, the roof has rotted through at the drip rails, which tells me there's probably some mousy nests that are in there. If you stick your hand up inside, you could actually feels like tumors. And I think that's mouse nest that's up in there. So Steve and I are going to work on taking the interior apart. He gets to do his favorite thing in the planet, work on mousy old cars. Yay. And get grossed out. So we're going to try and get the seats out of it, door cards out. We're pretty much going to gut the interior, find all the mouse crap that's in this car, and work on getting this interior and some stuff stripped for our next modifications that are going to be happening in the video coming up soon. But we're going to work out stripping it out and see what we find underneath of all this stuff. So let's get started.
What's up, doggy? Yeah? Anything good?
When you're having this much fun.
Yeah. All right.
Seats ready?
Yeah, I pulled the seat off of the bracket on the floor. It was easier that way to take the bracket off once we get
Weekend,
the seat out.
no,
There's just a little
somewhere
bracket on the floor.
Yeah.
couple cars.
Yeah, there was one up coming my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete was going to go to it. He knew the guy, of course. It was a lot of Chevys. And it was out Lehigh Valley somewhere. I don't exactly know where.
I heard a couple guys talking about it, and one guy I know you knew, glasses. I see him at the flea market.
Yeah, Pete and I were going to go together, and on Sunday, it was Sunday. Actually, it was 3 days. Arner had the auction. It was,
Oh.
but the armrests are a little tight. Look at this floor.
I was expecting like something really horrible to be under that seat.
No, the floor is like still got the black paint on it. I mean, it's incredible.
It's perfect.
It's just, you could see all the mousy goodness that was falling out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we've cleaned this car multiple times. So this is just, I mean, it's still falling out of who knows where there. The dash, the heater.
Yeah, the heater's probably full. Yep.
Yeah. And that's one of those old Southwind gas heaters, so I never hooked that back up.
No, definitely a good idea.
But, yeah, the headliner is the
Target shoot mouse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they say they worked really well, but I just don't like the idea of the gasoline of my engine running through my heater and burning.
Nope.
So. But yeah, I think this we can unclip somehow, unless we got to do the back first. I made a few things from scratch. I'm hoping I can.
like that 51 Ford that I had to respect it.
I know. I wish you never did. You said those photos were up in your.
Oh, there it all is.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's only as long as a Volkswagen, but boy, I said, holy Christ, the time that guy had to spend.
All right, get the
Cut a
gloves.
door in 4 ways.
So where are the photos at of that thing? They're in your attic somewhere?
Probably.
Man, I'd love to see the photos of that
Heck
thing.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Do you have photos of the 5 window, the 32.5 windows?
I have one photo.
You still have it? Is that in
Somewhere.
Is it in with those photos maybe or
I
something?
don't know.
That'd be cool.
Well, I never had a camera back then.
I was gonna say you never took a photo of when you and your brother did that trip where you flat towed the Model A. When your brother was here, he was telling me how you from Wildwood or whatever.
Oh.
And you had you flat towed with the 32.5 window.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite old car stories I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Cross the bridge. He said, I'm paying for
Yeah,
it.
and then we lost the damn wheel in greater Ford.
Oh, I didn't know that. Off the Model A or the
Yeah,
30?
off the Model A.
Oh, geez.
I didn't check to tighten the lugs up.
You made it pretty darn far
You're
from
not
what?
shitting. Boy, I'm glad it didn't happen on the bridge.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And we're only towing with a damn chain. And the toll booth guy says, you know, I give him money for me and the tow car. He said, what's this for? I said, well, I'm towing the car behind. You're not allowed to tow across the bridge. I said, buddy, I'm already across.
Too late. It's done. Oh, I love that. That's so funny.
I don't like mice.
Well, wait till we do the headliner. We're gonna have
It's
to.
going to be falling on my head and shit.
We're gonna have to razor blade that out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna head out.
All right, see you, Joe.
All right. Let's go. I said hello. Bye. Stinky stuff. No, I think you might be able to just lift up on it.
Okay.
This side needs to be lifted. Finds a way so you can see on yours. And we can just pry it up this way. Hold on, let's take a look. Almost elbow.
There we go.
On this way.
Hey guys, Mike, real quick, just want to interrupt today's video to let you know our Black Friday sale is going on right now. It's going on until December 2nd, midnight. Head to the website, IronTrapGarage.com. T-shirts, parts, everything 15% off. The code is already built in the website, no discount code needed. It'll show at checkout. Don't forget the Ride With Us t-shirt pre-sale ends Monday night as well. So head to the website now. Calendars, I forgot, calendars are on there. There's only 100, so if you want one, get one. Head there now and buy some stuff. We appreciate it, guys.
Sure.
Oh boy. Just went right through the metal right here.
Yeah,
I
same.
hear it's really bad.
Yep, same on my side.
Yep, right. Must have been a mouse in the same spot.
And they had a condo across the hole.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That was like the mousy highway there.
So there is bows. Oh God.
Oh god. Oh no.
This one bow
Oh, rot it right off.
rotted off.
Ah.
I'm sorry. But I got this here is gonna deposit. When I cut it, it's gonna it's like cutting open a shark that ate a bunch of humans. No God. Oh boy.
Oh, well, he is right.
Rotted all the roof bow brackets out.
Yep. Bastards.
Oh wow. That whole inner bracing at the windshield is all rotted from the mouse, which is making the decision a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that looks like fun.
So we either have to cut it off the bows, or we gotta the bows that aren't rotted out.
I don't like this. I am not happy about this.
Unless we just rip it off the bows.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That might actually be easier.
Oh my god. Did you look up on that side?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Holy.
I'm trying to just get through it before I...
Right.
Using my t-shirt mask here.
Uh-huh.
There is a mass of...
An absolute massive mouse of goodness.
It almost looks like it's like a bee's nest, but it's actually a mouse nest. There's mouse poop and everything else in there. And you get a stick to poke at it. Move along.
Hang on, so let me grab the garbage bag.
Oh, you want to catch it?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, that's true. guessing they were carrying the seat pieces up.
Oh, absolutely. Good thing no one turned on the interior light. It's down to bare wire right in the middle of that nest.
Nice. I'm doing my best here. Yeah.
Hey, man, watch where you're towing that shit. Here, let me grab it. I got gloves on.
Your side too, we're gonna have to just, because up above the sound deadening on your side is all the, you look up there?
Oh, God, yeah.
Look at that pile.
Ah.
Great.
I didn't look up over there. I wish I hadn't looked up.
Yeah, this is like above the sound deadening, what the tumors I was feeling. Ew, it got in my ear. Above the sound deadening, the tumors I was feeling is where they took all the cotton out of the seats and the micey kind of filled it up around it. So Steve hadn't looked up on his side and it's all in there. So we have to pop the cyst.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. The roof cyst.
All right, just one needs to do some guard.
Oh, hold on. Let's go from this side.
Oh my God! Look! Oh my God! Look at that!
It might be. Oh no, it's gonna stay up there, kind of. I can't believe it didn't drop the roof out.
I know.
It's only over the door jamb.
Lucky they pushed down and not up.
All right, so we're gonna move into the trunk here just to clear it out and see what we're working with. I've pulled the floor mat up once just to kind of take a look, and if I remember right, it's pretty clean under here.
Nice. No treasures under here too.
I do remember that they had the original wood for the tool tray. That might be under the
stuck a
tire.
little under the tire.
But, so we're gonna have to take that old lock off, lug lock off.
I think it'll come out. I think it was just up to the floor there.
No, it's under
Okay.
the tire.
Yeah.
I think. Let's just rip it.
Yeah. Just a little bit caught. Grab the light.
Back and forth in my head what I want to cut. I probably don't want to cut the bracket because it's not a bad spot for a stair.
Right. Yep.
Probably wreck the stud. And the only other thing would be to drill the lock cylinder out.
And then, yeah, and then you probably going to be junk anyhow at that point.
Well, goodness. So I just need maybe a pry bar.
Yep.
Or a decent screwdriver. See if I can pry it open. And I can cut.
Oh, now it's going. There it is.
It's got a lug nut on a lug nut is what it is.
Oh.
So if you want to grab, here, I'll move this stuff back.
Yep. Here we go.
First time the lug's bit. Tires, spare's been off for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah. Got it.
We didn't damage that.
Nope, not even a little bit. That's the nicest rubber mat. I mean, this thing, usually they just fall apart.
Look at how
Purdy.
clean that freaking floor is. Holy crap.
That is purdy.
Wow. I don't know how hard these will be to pull out carefully. We gotta take all the screws out of them.
Yeah,
there's
I
tire
don't even
chain.
see no goodies down there.
If I remember correctly, there's tire chains in there.
Yeah. Oh, in the burlap bag?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's tire chains. Oh, the jack. Piece of inner tube.
Oh yeah, you got some.
Original toolkit.
Heck yeah. You even give you a tire iron.
Oh yeah.
And you gotta switch tires instead of just wheels.
You gotta replace the tube. You can
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
break the bead and
Yeah,
pry
that's
the thing and take the tube off.
Yep.
Only need to take one side of the.
Good morning.
Morning. So we, Steve and I spent a good bit of the day yesterday. Excuse that wiring. So we spent a good bit of the day yesterday doing the interior in this car, and like everything, it started opening up sins, or not sins, but issues. So we knew that there was a little bit of rust in the drip rails here. And we saw remnants of mousy goodness, even though we cleaned the thing pretty good. But we didn't know is how bad it was going to be. So the floors, we'll get a better shot then. But the floors are super nice in the car. So floors are actually like beautiful. There's like almost no rust at all. It's still original black paint. What you are going to see is some despair and destruction.
It's very similar to the Forgotten Hot Rod, right? Didn't you have to fix up there on that too?
Oh, I don't remember. That was so many cars ago. But the mice were living like all right in here. So when they were taking a piss, it was running down the drip rail on the inside. And unfortunately, unlike water, it's very acidic and wrecks things. So the inner part of this drip rail is totally trashed. Over the door jamb, I was quite surprised how bad that was. And then on the other side, on Mike's side here,
Here, we'll switch.
It's also as bad.
Yeah, she's a little crispy up in there. Not nearly as bad as this side, though.
Yeah, I didn't really look that hard because I was working on that side. But so yeah, up in here is really bad. If you look up in there, also this is like the header bracing panel, for lack of a better term. That piece there was mouse nest all up in there. There's still even a little bit up in there. I see that we didn't get out all the way. So of course the bottom edges of that rotted out because it sat wet with mouse piss, which is great. Huge clump in here, fell down, and also it rotted out some. So pretty much the perimeter of the roof,
this side,
sides and the front are pretty rusty. I could actually see daylight now that I moved some.
Yeah, right through here.
Right through there. Yeah.
Yep.
Really great. So there's that's not it's a good and a bad. We were pulling the interior out to see how bad it was. The good is the freaking floors are like some of the nicest early Ford floors I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't see any really pinholes.
I don't know if I've had a nicer. I mean, we've had some pretty nice cars lately, but like this car might be the nicest.
Which is really surprising too, because you said there was a giant mouse
On this
nest.
side, there was a mouse nest, so you could see. Like it's all rusty in here. I mean, it's getting kind of crusty back in there, and then down in the bottom of the rocker there on the other side, there's actually a little bit of a rust hole.
Oh, yeah, there is a hole there.
So again, mouse nest got in there. We were fortunate this area didn't totally rot out, but it's a little
crispy.
It's crusty in there. We're gonna have to wire wheel it and see if it needs replacement metal or if it's just can be cleaned up and spot blasted. I can see right here there's actually some rust in this where they welded overlap the tunnel right there just a little bit. So if we just have to do some minor patches, I'm not too angry considering how old the car is. So you can see how they put the roof together. Excuse me. They actually overlapped the roof, and then they put this I call it dum dum, but it's like this like sealer putty stuff they used to use back in the day. That's not like seam sealer. It's actually like a Play-Doh type material that they would shove in areas on the old cars, and it was done at the factory, as you can see, and they shoved that in there just basically to fill a giant ass gap. Like even
that is a giant ass gap.
So the factory, you can even see they had the capabilities of doing welding and leading and things like that, but they weren't building cars to what we expect for coach building. It was still a highly produced car, so they weren't going to go through, and that transition piece, I guess they didn't want to make it and spot weld it. So they overlapped it, put that dum-dum stuff in there and filled that seam just to keep water from getting out. And then on the outside here, you can see, there used to be on all Mercuries, there's a piece of trim that's there. Well, the reason they put that piece of trim there is because that's where the metal is literally overlapped on that seam. So to hide that.
I wonder if this part's the same on like hardtop invert, and then the roof just sits on top.
From what I understand, the convertibles are exactly the same. Windshield's the same, everything's the same, because they literally just took the roof off of a four-door sedan. They just cut it off. So this back area, I don't know if it's a little different because it's a four-door that they used, but that's what I was reading. Because I was looking up like the windshield seals and some of that stuff, and all the research I did, that all the body styles of 3940 Mercs are all identical as far as the windshield and the pieces go, unlike the Fords where they made like every style different. But it's kind of interesting, they just laid the roof over top. Again, no major rust here, which is good to see, but we definitely, I wanted to check that all out with all the micey living in every corner. And
did you find any live mice?
No live mice, surprisingly.
Because we've been chasing the mouse upstairs for a while.
Yeah, I think there was one in here a little bit because I found some stuff chewed on over the summer one day. Trunk, same story, beautiful.
This is the biggest surprise.
Yeah, if you have a car, if you know anything about these fat fender cars, when they started putting this tool tray in the back here, that if you know anything about them, anybody that's ever messed with them, first thing you do when you go look at a car that's either been restored or is original, you pull up the carpet or whatever's there, there's supposed to be a rubber mat with a piece of wood that's cut, and you actually turn these little tabs. Man, enough.
What?
That's you. You're banging your tail on the bumper and making it.
He never said he was smart.
So you would turn the you turn these little tabs, and it would hold the wood in. So generally, all of that's missing. But this still has the sound deadening.
Yeah, I can't believe
The little
that.
piece of like tar paper or whatever you want to call it that they would put in. That's all in here and not rotted out. Incredible. That means this car never really sat in any moisture or really got driven in any kind of like salt or.
Which is surprised for being in Jersey
in New York.
and very close to the ocean in New Jersey.
Yeah, well, it was from New York originally,
Yeah.
the car, and then it was Jersey, yeah. So surprisingly, this car just must have been cared for really well over the years and wasn't driven in poor situations. Doesn't look like it was ever hit or smashed. That's another thing when we get old cars, I'm really interested to take the interior out and stuff because you can look on the inside, and even though I could tell this car's had resprays, I think a complete respray and some spot ins and stuff, and I wasn't sure if it was because there was accidents or what, but looking inside of everything, I don't see any patch panels, any repairs. It's just, I think they probably at some point resprayed the car. Maybe the paint was crappy or something, or getting chipped up, and they resprayed it. And but you could tell because it's just like the way they respray, you could see all the
There's like bare metal down to bare
texture
metal
on the
there.
surface, and just the way that it's chipping up, it looks, and they resprayed right over the welting there. So you're probably asking, what are we going to do? So we have to repair the roof, obviously. We can't leave the roof all rotted in here, and we have to cut this stuff out to repair it. We have to cut this inner bracing out. The drip rail is made up, I think, of 2 or 3 pieces that are wrapped together and spot welded, so that has to be repaired. This inner structure has to be repaired, so we might as well just cut the roof off. I think that's the answer.
That's a logical way to fix it.
I think we're just going to cut the whole roof off, and then hopefully we don't lose any inches of the roof when we go to put it back together.
The roof's going back on. This isn't going to be a wild.
No, it's not going to be a cab over Homer Simpson designed vehicle. It's going to be a custom, as it's always been. So that was the reason that Steve went and lowered the car a little bit, because anytime you're adjusting the roof height, you need to get the car sitting how you want it to look roughly height-wise, and the rake of the car. So in this instance, on a custom, it's more raked to the back. So you want to do that so when we're adjusting the roof, everything looks good. So that's all we're doing. We're correcting what Edsel and Henry Ford didn't get quite right on the car. So
That's all we do. It's just make slight changes.
Slight changes. So yeah, so that's the plan. We'll with next video we'll start doing a series of cutting the car, laying it out and cutting it. We're going to do it in smaller chunks instead of doing one long video. We're going to show a bunch of the different part of the process. It also makes it easier on me, so I'm not trying to jam a ton of work into a short period of time, because we do 3 videos a week. So we'll be doing a bunch of videos on this, getting this car adjusted, and yeah, it should be fun. So that's all we have for this one. That's our discovery of the interior of the Mercury. It's a little worse than I expected, but it gives us a really good excuse for anybody that's concerned why we're going to adjust the roof on this car. Notice I didn't say chop, adjust. Thank you guys for following. Appreciate it. Catch you later.